Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. We're here to talk about a crucial part of your art journey, and that is your art portfolio. So stay tuned because it's go time. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions about how to make an art portfolio and even what my portfolio looks like. So I thought to myself, maybe I should make a video about it. So here we are talking about the do's and don'ts of how to create an art portfolio. One key factor every artist needs if they want to succeed in their art journey is a portfolio. Without one, chances are slim that you'll get accepted into art programs, hired for that job you want, or commissioned for future projects. So the question is, what is an art portfolio? A portfolio is a collection of your work that not only showcases your skill, but your ability to process real-life input into creative output. The concept of portfolios dates back to Renaissance Italy, and probably even earlier than that, when artists would present their works to wealthy patrons who would commission them to paint or sculpt. Now, the reason we still use portfolios today is to demonstrate our best. Why? Well, because if somebody is looking to hire an individual, they want to make sure to hire the best of the best. The best of the best doesn't necessarily mean that you create the best work, but it also means that your ability to process and learn is malleable and easy to work with. Or you carry a specific skill that someone is looking for. We'll talk about this more as we go deeper into what goes into a portfolio. So, how do you create a successful portfolio? Well, first off, I'd like to highlight that there are two types of portfolios, and to know what goes into one, you have to know which one you're working with. So we've got our submission portfolios, and we've got our independent portfolios. And just because I'm narrowing it down to these two portfolios does not necessarily mean that they're the only portfolio styles out there. So first, we've got our submission portfolios. What are they? A submission portfolio is one that you are intentionally building in order to submit to a specific application. This could be for a job application that requires a certain style or skill level, or it could be for an art school or program that you're applying for. Whatever it is, just remember this. Submission portfolios usually have a list of requirements or rules that you need to follow in order to submit. They're looking for specific content. If you're looking for more info on what a portfolio submission includes, make sure to check out my video, The Portfolio That Got Me Accepted into UCF's Character Animation Program. I'll also make sure to leave the links down below. Number 2, independent portfolios. An independent portfolio is one that stands on its own. It can be submitted, but it's not created to meet the requirements of specific applications. They usually contain all of an artist's best work and show an artist's entire range of skills. These days, a lot of artists use Twitter and ArtStation to hold majority of their artwork. However, in this video, we'll be focusing more on submission portfolios because they tend to be a little more demanding than independent portfolios. I would also like to highlight that these strategies worked for me, but it by no means is the only way you can be accepted into this program or any other program. What portfolio reviewers are looking for is unique skill and taste. So let's get started with our do's and don'ts. Oftentimes when we start creating a portfolio, we do our research and we dig a little deeper to see what's required of us. We often look for accepted portfolios so that we can pinpoint exactly what our reviewers are looking for. This brings us to our first don't. Don't replicate someone else's success. Do not do this if you want to get accepted. Just because someone succeeded in their art portfolio does not mean you will succeed using that same artwork. We call that plagiarism. What works for me is not guaranteed to work for you, and that's perfectly okay. That's where we each develop our own unique style and taste. This, however, does not mean that you should not be looking at successful portfolios. The goal is to steal the method of one's success, not the success itself. Here's an example. If you notice that a successful portfolio has a lot of gesture drawings, don't include gesture drawings in yours just cause. Instead, understand that fundamentals are a key part of a successful portfolio. Therefore, spend some time doing gesture drawings, and those fundamentals will reflect in your work. So what do? Do seek the method to one's success. Understand the how and you'll succeed as well. Next, don't overload your portfolio. It's so tempting to want to put everything you've ever made in your portfolio. And while reviewers definitely want to see your work and your growth, too much will demonstrate nothing. As the saying goes, less is more. We as artists tend to want to show all that we have in order to overcompensate for what we lack in. Trust, the reviewers can see through this. So what should we do? Do let your few best works speak for you. The more you can show in one piece, the more you can demonstrate your ability and flexibility to grow and be molded. Have y'all ever heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words? Well, the word picture is single, not plural. And with that, we come to our shout out of the day. Goes to Bobby Chiu for all his amazing content. Bobby is an artist, mentor, and educator for all things industry related. If you're looking for videos on portfolio reviews to improve your portfolio, his channel is the perfect place to start. Thanks, Bobby, for all your words of wisdom. Next, do not ignore the portfolio requirements. If rules are set, don't try and stretch them, unless, if and only if, an advisor or mentor or even a reviewer strongly suggests that you do so. So if the word count for a creative short story is 300 words, do not assume that 305 is okay. If it says only 4 works, don't think that reviewers will let 5 slide. Depending on what you're applying for, submission portfolios can be very competitive, so reviewers can take points off for literally anything and everything. Please don't let 5 words be the reason that you don't get accepted. So what should we do? Do understand the objective of the reviewer's requirements. Depending on what your portfolio is for, you can determine what the reviewer's objectives are in asking to see your work. Fun fact, you can't provide what you don't know is being asked of you. For example, UCF's character animation program, one of their main objectives is to see your ability to tell stories through your writing, visual art, and even your cover letter. They want to see each artist's style and story. They've got requirements, but not just for restricting sake. They want to see if you can explore within the boundaries that they've set. So we've covered a couple of do's and don'ts. If you've submitted any portfolios in the past, please feel free to give any tips or tricks that you have found have helped you. And if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. A lot of people have asked me about my portfolio experience and how I made my portfolio, so make sure to check out my other video where I go over exactly what's in my portfolio for UCF's character animation track. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you enjoy getting tips about the art industry. Remember to stay creative, y'all. It's go time.